and Kadestam. One punch, knockout artists in the one circle here in Denver tonight.
Zebaztian starts immediately getting on that elusive footwork you talked about, Rich.
Yeah, you can see Soldic, though, starting to line up for that left hand right there. He's looking for it already. And there comes the first one. He led with it.
Swing and a miss with the left to start for Soldic, gauging that range.
Soldic likes to lead with the left. He likes to finish with the left. Everything is about that left hand. I want to see what kind of tools he's added to his toolbox here against Zebaztian.
Ball, big shot to the head with the left from Soldic that you talked about, Mitch.
Throwing heat early in this match. Zebaztian needs to get moving. Not just with the footwork, but put something out there. Start putting some hands in front of the face of Roberto.
Oh, another big left, good combination from Soldic, trying to do some damage early.
Yeah, this footwork is giving Soldic something to think about, but it's not giving him enough to think about. Kick like that will give him a little bit more to think about.
High kick from Kadestam. Second minute of the fight. No way it's going the distance, right, Mitch?
I would think the judges could take a bathroom break right now.
Oh, good exchange, and then another heavy left from Soldic, losing his balance. Kadestam momentarily takes another left to the head, and then a high kick from Kadestam.
Roberto's starting to bite on some of the feints, throwing those kicks from Zebaztian. I like to see him start setting up that high kick a little bit, start working the body, working the legs. But when he does go to the legs or the body, he puts himself in line for that left hand. So by throwing the left high kick, he negates the counter coming back from Roberto.
Perhaps a low blow there. Walking it off was Kadestam, and back to the action as they trade leather, toe-to-toe in the center of the one circle.
Kadestam's going to be careful about reaching with that push kick right there. You saw how quickly Soldic was able to close the distance. Kadestam had to back off really quickly, line up for that left hand. That can get him out of position.
Another head kick from Kadestam. He's utilized that early and often. Big left from Kadestam.
Kadestam's game plan is to continue throwing that right leg. I like that because the more he throws it, Soldic has to keep his defense there, and he can't throw that right, he can't throw the left hand if Kadestam just keeps launching the leg into it.
2.5 to go in round one. Again, the bout judged as a whole, but as Mitch said, maybe the judges can take a bathroom break. A smile there from Kadestam after the head kick from Soldic. Soldic has got him under siege at the moment. Another straight left. Digging to the body is Soldic. Kadestam trying to return fire.
That's 4 unanswered lefts. Zebaztian needs to pick up on this left hand and utilize some sort of counter against it, Rich. I like how he keeps moving to Soldic's right side just to shut down that power, and he keeps firing that left kick out there. Do some damage to the arm of Roberto Soldic.
Soldic cutting off the circle here. Trying to walk him down with 1:50 in the first.
That kick right there, that's the kick that Kadestam needs to be throwing up to that left arm. I don't like the low kick, him throwing that as much, because that gives Soldic the ability to step in heavy on that left hand.
Soldic again on the left to the head, and then the body and back to the head from Roberto Soldic. RoboCop from Croatia. Split the guard there. Again to the body and up top.
Showboating coming from Kadestam.
The wry smile for the man from Sweden.
But he's doing a good job with defense. He's not taking a lot of these shots clean. His gloves are always up. He's got tight defense. I wouldn't mind seeing Soldic start throwing something else.
1 minute to go in the opening round.
Has Soldic actually thrown the right hand yet tonight?
He's kind of using it just as kind of a distraction so he can load up and throw that.
Now he's got him in trouble again momentarily. Kadestam survives it.
But what I saw from a lot of Soldic's fights in Europe is his footwork is able to pull people in like that, right? But Zebaztian's keeping his guard nice and tight with his right hand, so he's deflected a lot of the shots with the double forearms guard. Very intelligent defense coming from Kadestam.
Yeah, right there you saw Soldic with the elbow as well. That elbow couldn't sneak through because Kadestam has his hands tight on his head and face. So even the stuff coming straight down the center isn't landing flush.
Kadestam with blood coming down the right side of his face from that right eye. 15 seconds in the round. Ripping to the body again. Good flurry there. And then up top from Soldic.
Sebastian's looking to time that elbow off the counter. He's letting Roberto go just so he can land an elbow. A little bit of damage coming from Zebaztian Kadestam. I don't want to say it's a moral victory to get out of the first round, but there's super leg.
All the stars out tonight. The one flyweight kickboxing world champion, super leg, taking it in, liking what he's seeing so far here in the United States.
There's Roberto Soldic going inside leg. Zebaztian Kadestam caught him a little bit on the kick, a little bit on the cup, but there's Soldic going right down the middle, snapping the head back of Kadestam. And that punch right there forced Kadestam to get on his bike and start moving to that side.
Yeah, that one did break through, but even still, Kadestam's guard still caught part of that punch. So keeping, I mean, because Soldic hits like a hammer, and so if he's taking that, that left punch full on, be really problematic for him.
Herb Dean telling Kadestam, coming off the stool, he's got to engage more in this round. Talked about his tough upbringing. And for RoboCop, a tough childhood of his own in the aftermath of the Bosnian War, was raised with his brother and sister in a small house in a village.
Ooh, stiff jab, sliced through the guard of Kadestam, followed up with a body shot.
Yeah, body
thunderous kick to the body.
You got it. Left hook to the body, and then the kick from Soldic in the red gloves. Kadestam in the blue. Down goes Soldic, lost his balance, and now firing away is Kadestam. Kadestam with a big right wobbled him.
Soldic is hurt.
Kadestam smelling blood. Soldic in trouble, and down he goes. Trying to get back up. Kadestam on the left and a right. Soldic down again. It's over.
Wow.
Zebaztian Kadestam.
I want to see that initial punch that landed again when you thought that Soldic slipped, because that obviously did some damage.
Zebaztian Kadestam just shook up the world.
There was a lot of hype coming in with Roberto Soldic, and I think Kadestam may have just put himself in title contention in this weight class.
How could you not? He asked for Soldic, he starched Soldic.
Well, Herb Dean told Zebaztian Kadestam to get a little bit more busy in this second round, and that's exactly what he did, Brent.
Zebaztian Kadestam, Sweden. Now 14 of his 15 wins by finish with 13 knockouts. And all of his wins in one continue to come by KO. He predicted the best fight in welterweight history, said somebody is going to get knocked out in this fight. And it was that man Soldic at the hands of Zebaztian Kadestam.
You can see Zebaztian Kadestam right here. It was that elbow that caught him. Soldic was coming in with that left hook to the body, which he'd thrown several times. And Mitch had mentioned it earlier. Zebaztian Kadestam timed that elbow. That was the beginning of the end. They get into a flurry here, and Zebaztian Kadestam lands that overhand right that puts him down. There were a couple of them that dropped Soldic, and he had to continue following up. That's the final punch that put him down. Zebaztian was able to continue with this combination here, and Herb Dean had no choice but to step in and call it. I'm looking at Kadestam in the circle right now, and he's hobbling on that foot, so he clearly hurt something. Not sure he would have been able to continue.
Tom Lau to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Herb Dean, has called a stop to this contest after 45 seconds in the second round for your winner by way of knockout, Zebaztian Kadestam.